What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be an in-depth guide on how you can become a better sniper in Modern Warfare and even in the whole Call of Duty franchise in general. I've been sniping for the last 3 years religiously. I started from the bottom. I was horrible at the beginning. Just like you might be right now. You might be going negative each and every game and you want to become a sniper. You want to be like Testy. You want to be like Sprat. You want to be like Pomage. You want to be hitting clips and maybe not even get to that level, but you just genuinely want to improve. You want more of a challenge because sniping is much more of a challenge. It is the hardest playstyle in my opinion on Call of Duty. And this is a video that will help you improve on your sniping ability and it'll further you and further your game as a sniper. And in this video will be 4 main topics on how you will be able to improve your sniping. These 4 main topics have subtopics that go in much more detail regarding the main topics. Now the 4 topics are going to be aim, game sense, movement, self-control, and dedication. Now, as I said before, I've been sniping last 3 years religiously. I started in World War II, picked up a sniper, didn't know what the hell I was doing, going negative each and every game. And up until now, I've learned a lot as a sniper. And I might not be the best sniper out there, but I've improved tremendously from what I was. I can pick up a sniper now, go into any regular game, and compete with high-level players while using a sniper, and they're using an M4. Or an MP5, and I'm going to show you how you can improve so you can do the same thing and just hop into any game with a sniper and it feel completely normal. Before I get into this video, remember, if you enjoy the video, please drop a like, and if you could subscribe to the channel. I plan on uploading much more Modern Warfare content, and I already have some sniping content on my channel, so if you want to see that or if you want to see more of that, please subscribe to the channel. Also head down to my Twitch, which will be in the description below. I play Modern Warfare on stream. I will snipe on stream too. That's what I do. So if you like that, snipe on stream, make sure you go follow me down below. Now let's get right into the video. Topic 1, aim. So aim is probably the most important and frustrating things about becoming a sniper. If you're using an M4 maybe right now and you're transitioning into sniping, you're probably using a lower sensitivity. Anywhere between 4 to, I would say, 8 is the average of a reg gunner's sensitivity, because you want to have low sensitivity to have high accuracy with a regular gun. Now, that is far more different as a sniper, and we're going to get into that. Now we're going to get into sensitivity. Sensitivity can be very much just personal preference. Pretty sure someone like Sprat, if I remember correctly, he only plays on like 10-10 sensitivity. Personally, I play on 14-14. I don't like playing on max because I find I become less consistent, and I feel 14-14 is extremely fast. I still don't feel like I'm at a disadvantage. I don't feel too slow, but sensitivity is something you're going to have to bump up regardless of what your sensitivity is. If you're playing on 8, 9, and that's a high sensitivity for red gunner, you're gonna have to bump that up. If you're using a sniper, you need to be you're at a disadvantage. You need to be able to snap onto targets and be able to spin around. If you're getting shot in the back, from the side, anywhere, you have to be able to spin quickly to get your shot off in time, because you are so much slower, and especially if they get the shot off first, it becomes extremely difficult. So I recommend bumping your sensitivity up by 2 each time you get comfortable. So if you're playing on 6, go up to 8, start using a sniper, play at a higher sensitivity. Once you become used to it and you feel like, okay, you're it's not as weird, it's not as fast anymore, straight up bump it to 10 now. And keep bumping it up and bump it up as high as you think necessary. Personally, I think maybe around 12 is probably as low as you should go, but that's obviously my personal preference. I play on 14-14. I don't suggest bumping straight up if you're playing on 6 sensitivity, going all the way up to 14 or going all the way up to max sensitivity to try and snipe. You'll get more frustrated and be really inconsistent, and it'll be hard to develop a skill. So play through some games, go up by 2 sensitivity marks each time. I suggest keeping your horizontal and vertical sensitivity the exact same. I see no reason to change it. I feel like it'll just be weird, but again, that's personal preference. If you like that, you can bump each of those up by 2 each time. With sensitivity, it's going to take time to develop. You're not going to get good at it in one day. You're going to have to find your sensitivity and consistently use that sensitivity. Try not to change it around too much. So once you get to a good high sensitivity, I recommend at least 12 roughly, then just kind of keep it there and just play with that. The next thing about aim will be your class setup. Now, personally, in this game, Modern Warfare, since considering you can change your aim down sight speed, I always use what makes my sniper the fastest. Considering the time to kill in this game is ridiculously fast, you're at such a disadvantage as it is, I want my snipers as fast as they can possibly be. So I have a swap class here that I run the Kar 98 and the Mark II carbine. Mark II carbine, I don't run like an ACOG on it, I run the sniper scope. But on both of these, I run the attachments that only give me aim down sight speed. I don't use anything that will slow me down at all. The only thing that considerably slows me down, because they're marksman rifles, they don't have scopes on them originally. Throwing the scopes on them makes them slower, but you're obviously sniping, so it's something you need to do. But I use anything that will make my snipers faster. That's what I suggest to have the best outcome as a sniper, considering, especially in this game, I feel like snipers can be slow, even if it's not at max. If it's one below the max aim down sight speed, I find it way too slow. But the marksman rifles are pretty good. They are fast, obviously they get more hit markers, but a gun like the AX50, some people you'll see use the 7 mag or even the 9 mag extended mag. I personally cannot snipe with that. I feel like I'm too slow. I'm at too much of a disadvantage. I'm a very aggressive player. That's how I play. So I always use whatever's fastest. I don't want anything to slow me down whatsoever. So that's what I suggest for all your snipers, no matter what sniper it is, to just make it as fast as possible. Go into your attachments, change them around, and if you already have that, that is perfect. For perks, obviously my swap class is going to have different perks than my original classes. My swap class will has double time, overkill obviously, and amped. Amped makes it so you can swap between weapons faster, which is vital for a swap class. And then double time increases my double sprint duration. I'm aggressive, especially with this class. I want to be aggressive as possible. I want to be able to sprint for as long as possible, get in the enemy's face. So that's what I prefer with a swap class. That I feel is the goal of a swap class, to try and just get in everyone's faces. Now for any other sniper class, like my AX50 class or my HDR class, I'm running Scavenger, Ghost, and Tracker. Tracker I feel like is a really good perk. It seems like it's kind of underused, but perks can be very personal preference as well. You don't need Scavenger. Maybe you want to use double time on your regular sniper class as well. That is totally up to you. I use Scavenger because when I'm on streaks, I want to be able to replenish my ammo, because I get on streaks often. I don't want to have to worry about running out of ammo. So that's kind of what I use. Ghost, it sucks to use it. I feel like a scumbag, but Ghost is one of the best perks in the game. Tactical and Lethal, that's also personal preference. If you want to use Stim as your tactical, go right for it. If you want to use concussions because you feel like that is better for you, you can do that too. Class setups are pretty personal preference, but snipers specifically, I suggest you make them as fast as physically possible. Now, the next topic in aim and improving your aim is having a warm-up routine. Now, routine sounds like very sophisticated, like a big word, like, wow, you have a routine for sniping. Not necessarily. If you're at the bottom of sniping and you're not good yet, and that's why you're watching this video, to try and improve, you should be going into bot games, custom games with bots each time before you start playing. You should be at least playing for roughly 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. It depends how dedicated you are. I suggest playing for quite a while, especially at the beginning, to try and get your aim warmed up before hopping in games. It reduces stress and the amount of inconsistency you'll have, and you'll rage less because you'll feel a little bit more on your shot. And obviously the more you're focusing on your sniping skill and the more time you're putting into these warm-ups, the better you are going to become overall. Aiming is one of those things that you just need to grind, and grind. Aim is going to come over time, so the more time you spend in bot lobbies, the more time you spend in public lobbies, just sniping and just playing and dealing with the deaths, the better you are going to become. It took me honestly roughly 7 months, 6-7 months before I became a super consistent sniper back on World War II. when I first picked it up, I want to say roughly 6 months consistently before I became a good sniper and I could rely on just running a sniper on my class setup. So keep that in mind. You're gonna have aim is gonna take a while. Some people might come more naturally, other people might take longer. It might take you 8 months. It might even take you up until the next Call of Duty before your aim becomes solid with a sniper. It is all about just playing. That's the biggest thing with aim, and that is why it is the most frustrating, but it's still the most important thing. Obviously, it's your aim. That's the thing you rely on in Call of Duty. Topic 2, game sense. Now, for experienced players, you might already have a decent game sense. One of these things will be know when you can peek. Now, you coming from an M4 going to a sniper, even though you might be good with an M4, the difference between when you need to peek is vast, very vast. If you're hurt and you just got in a gunfight and you're hurt and someone's like head glitching on a corner, you don't want to peek that with a sniper, especially if your aim hasn't got up yet. You got to wait till you get more HP and know that you might lose that fight if you peek, if he has that angle on you, and it might be a good idea just to back off and go take another fight. That's something you'll develop. You'll know if you're better than the player already, if you've been in that lobby for a while, and you'll know if it's over time, you'll know if it's a good time to peek. But most of the time, if someone's sitting on a head glitch with a sniper, it is hard to hit a tiny head, especially when someone's mounted and they can just laser you with their M4 or their MP5. So I obviously suggest knowing when to peek can be very difficult at times, can be frustrating, but knowing that it's better to back off sometimes instead of getting frustrated trying to just take all the fights you can. Pre-aiming is a really good thing to learn with game sense as well. Pre-aiming can help you when knowing when to peek as well. They kind of combine together. So if you know someone's holding a corner, you might want to start like aiming in right as you're peeking, so your crosshair is going to be on them as you peek. So you can take that shot the moment you get around that corner, aiming at someone else, knowing they're there. Even if you don't know anyone's there, running around the map, because you're at such a disadvantage, you are so much slower than everyone else. They can just hip fire you if they wanted. You got to be able to slide around a corner and start aiming before you're around that corner. Even if your crosshair's in the wrong spot and maybe you're not aiming in the right direction of someone that might be there, you have a better chance of hitting someone. Your crosshair might land on someone. You might be able to flick on them. So pre-aiming is a big thing as a sniper, considering you're at such a disadvantage, and that is something each player should do when trying to learn how to snipe. It's something I always do. I'm always pre-aiming no matter what. That is also a thing with knowing each map. You'll know where players are sitting. You'll know, hey, someone's probably going to be here. I should probably pre-aim it. Or just going around a random corner. You might be going around the back of the map into their spawn. Pre-aim every corner. I highly suggest that. You'll win a lot more gunfights like that. And that's how you can be really aggressive and push close quarters, knowing that your crosshair is going to be aimed in time once you're peeking. Game sense is something that's going to come over time. That's something you have to develop, and that's with a lot of these topics. You're going to have to just develop these things by playing, and that sucks to hear. You just want it to happen quickly, but let me tell you, if you want it to happen quickly, it's never going to happen. If you want to improve your game sense or even like aim, like I told you, you got to be consistent. You got to constantly play, and these are things you'll just develop. But if you follow these topics that I've given you and these small little tips, it will help you understand what you need to learn and how to keep improving each of those things so that you become a better sniper. Topic 3, movement. Movement is a pretty short topic. There's not too much to talk about, but it is very important, especially as a sniper. Again, I keep talking about it. You are at a disadvantage. You don't want to be standing still, hard scoping, walking through the middle of the map. You want to be sliding. You want to be jumping. You want to be unpredictable. That is the biggest thing. You're going around a corner. Don't just run around the corner and even pre-aiming. You don't just run around the corner pre-aim. You want to go around that corner and slide around that corner so that your head drops below. Your whole body is lower. Maybe you jump. You slide jump. Something that's going to throw your enemy off so you have enough time to get your shot off before they can use 3 bullets and kill you. So you need to become unpredictable when playing against people so that you have the advantage going into gunfights. You want to jump, slide, anything you can do that will help you in a gunfight, because you're at a disadvantage. So you want to try and slide around corners, jump around corners, jump over ledges, try to get a height advantage on someone. Just constantly be unpredictable. Don't do the same thing over and over again. Just be unpredictable with your movement, and you'll notice you'll win more gunfights, or it'll take longer for the enemy to kill you, giving you more time to be able to react and get your shot off to kill the opponent. Topic 4, and this, in my opinion, is the most important topic. Sure, all the other ones involve the game specifically and how you can improve as a sniper in general, but self-control and dedication is what's going to make you become a better sniper. Anyone can follow the last 3 topics I gave you. Anyone can follow those and just become a better player in general, but no one's going to drastically improve without having a self-control and dedication. So becoming a sniper, I've said it multiple times, I'll say it again, you're at a disadvantage. So that means you're probably going to die so many times in the beginning. You're going to be going double negative, triple negative. You're not going to be getting more than 10 kills in a game, and it's going to suck. You're going to want to give up. You're not going to want to pick up a sniper ever again in your life. You're going to go back to your M4 725 class and just destroy everybody else like every average player. But if you want to improve, you got to be dedicated to wanting to snipe. You got to, if you're going negative, if you haven't gotten a single kill in a whole game, you don't change classes. You keep using that sniper, and you got to just keep using it and using it and using it, and that's how you will improve. And when you're doing as bad as you will, because that's how it's going to happen as a sniper, it takes time before you can start averaging positive KD ratios in your game, especially if you're a very unexperienced player and you won't pick up these aspects very quickly. So the biggest thing for me, especially because most people that play Call of Duty probably have a bad temper. I have a horrible temper, and back on World War II when I first started sniping, I would rage and rage and rage, give up, switch to a different class just so I could beat someone in the game, and that's all. I wouldn't stay super committed. And once I stayed committed and just use a sniper and just try to stay calm, not rage as much, and then just try and snipe for each and every game I played, I noticed improvements within a month. Within a month, just constantly sniping and trying to stay calm. The biggest thing I want everyone to take out of this video is this is going to take a lot of time and a lot of dedication. So review the things that I've told you and constantly keep at it. I wanted to give up before too, but once you start seeing improvements, it becomes easier, and you're like, oh wow, I'm getting 20 kills a game now when I was getting 10 kills last week. You just got to keep pushing yourself, keep improving. It's not going to happen quickly, and you just got to keep at it, and that's the biggest thing. Alright, that's going to be the end of the video today, guys. That was my 4 best ways on how you can improve being a sniper. So if you want to see any more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video letting me know that you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any questions, things that I could have improved on, things you used that can help other people to improve as a sniper, and just general feedback. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.